Liam. Shantae, 1958. Here we go. 4, 3, 2. All right, it's 7:30 on this Monday night. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we're talking about America's newfound John F. Kennedy Jr. obsession, and it's all because of a new FX series that everyone is talking about on social media. Also, buying a wedding dress before you meet your spouse. This one is all because of a recent episode of Love is Blind. You guys know I'm obsessed with that. We're going to talk about that. Also, paying your kids to read ranch milkshakes, and more. First, though, before we dive in, we have to talk about how you can join us live. We're streaming. There are a lot of different ways to do it. So let's talk about them. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. You can also scan that QR code if you're watching on a connected TV, or if you're watching YouTube on your TV. Just scan the QR code. It'll bring you right into the Zoom room, or you can punch in that meeting night ID 892-0982-4674. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or you're watching Fox Local Mobile, you can go to my Instagram page, Fox5 Producer Chris. I've got a link to it there. Also, Fox5 Producer Chris on TikTok. That's where we're streaming behind the scenes as we speak. But as you know, the Zoom room is my favorite. So all you got to do is scan that QR code at any point throughout the show and weigh in on any of the topics we are talking about tonight, or, you know, honestly, basically anything. We'll check in with our virtual co-host coming up in just a second. First, though, let's say hello to my in-studio one. Please welcome media personality Brittany Alexander.
Hey,
Brittany, happy
what's
Monday.
up? Happy Monday.
Happy March.
I know, Women's History Month,
Women's
Chris.
History Month.
Yes.
Okay, so her story, thank you.
Thank you. We like that, her story, yeah.
So they say that March comes in like a lion,
Yep,
and out like a lamb, and definitely living up to it because
I mean, the snow.
the snow.
It came in hot today. Mother Nature is letting us know that women rule the world. Just
Old
saying.
Man Winter, last dance. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this will be the end of it. But we did the Take It Two. You've been busy here today. Take
busy
It Two,
and booked,
Lion Now, Do You Like It or Not? We talked about this. I remember snow on St. Patrick's Day. That's the latest I remember it here in the DMV.
Yep.
But March 17th, it was the first day. We were launching Good Day at 10 a. It was supposed to be the big rollout, and I had jury duty at the same time. And it was enough snow that jury duty got canceled.
Look at you.
For the day. That's why I remember it so clearly. So that means we could still see more snow 2 weeks from now. I'm hoping that's not the case.
I hope not either. I remember it because Andrew Goff's birthday is on March 17th, and I remember her having snow on her birthday.
She's a St. Patrick's Day
She's
birthday?
a St. Patrick's Day. Don't tell her I told you. No, I'm kidding. Yes, she is. She's a Pisces for sure, all the way.
Interesting.
But yeah, isn't that crazy that snow in March just doesn't seem right? I'm just praying, like, the snow is here today, 80 degrees this coming weekend. Please don't bring us back some snow next week. Like, let's be done with it.
I know. This is going to be that full spring, though, where it's still going to be like 20s and 30s.
Everybody dress appropriately, though. You know, everybody want to have the shorts out, the booty, everything.
They do. And that kind of leads us right into our first story.
Okay,
yeah. We're talking about the JFK Jr. effect off the top tonight because social media is obsessed with the new FX series Love Story, which follows the doomed love affair between John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. More specifically, people are obsessed with the 90s fashion that is on full display in this FX series. The Washington Post says TikTok, Instagram, and if you happen to be there, downtown Manhattan, suddenly full of women in belted coats and thick tortoiseshell headbands. At the same time, young men have started to adopt John style for themselves, and young women have started pushing it on their male partners. What does that look like? It looks like guys in Kangol and newsboy caps, backwards baseball hats, preppy khakis, wallet chains, bicycles, and as you can see right there, the roller skates. He was also famous for some short shorts, some high socks, and some oversized sweatshirts. So Brittany, the 90s fashion, it's been back for a little while, but this new obsession with John F. Kennedy Jr. and Caroline. Do we like it or not?
I like it. Everybody's talking about this show. I've got to officially tap in. We were talking about it earlier. I'm here for it. I'm a 90s baby, so grew up where we wore things like that, even as a kid, right? You know, history tends to repeat itself, so I think we're going to see a resurgence. What about you?
Okay, so unfortunately,
As we got the mullet going on.
yeah, I know, with my
We're
spring
throwing it
mullet
back
going
already.
on, speaking of the weather. The problem is, and I saw a meme about this, and Jim and I were joking when we were doing our rehearsal earlier, most guys, when they throw on a Kangol hat, are not going to look like John F. Kennedy Jr.
This is true.
They're going to look like Michael Scott from The Office. All right? So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Can't
Just
do it like
wearing
JFK.
khakis and a wallet chain does not make you look like John F.
Or
Kennedy.
even rollerblading in the streets.
Exactly. You just look like a dumbass. Allison's in the Zoom room. Allison, happy Monday. I hope you made it through the snow. Did you guys get snow out there?
We did, yes. We got quite a bit, and it's beautiful.
Okay, so
Beautiful.
beautiful snow. You're
Yeah, I just like to look at, I know it's going to be gone in a
pretty in
day,
the tree.
so we can call it beautiful for now, but as long as it's gone.
Yeah, you're right.
conversational snowflakes. That's the best kind.
Yeah.
The kind
Yes.
that doesn't cause any disruption.
Yeah.
All right, so this 90s fashion comeback, these guys trying to look like John F. Kennedy Jr., emulate his fashion sense. Do you like this or not?
Only if they do it right, Chris, because like you said, everybody doesn't look like they think they look. Fashion is evolving, so something that was in style in the 70s will come back, like bell bottoms or plaid. Everything always, recycles itself.
Yep.
So I say as long as they don't look crazy with it, just make it look swaggy. If it works for you, just rock it out.
Fashion.
Yeah. Chad's in the Zoom room. Chad, are you going to try to rock the Kangol hat?
Yes. I just came in, but I decided I'm going to be positive today. So I like it. I just came into the Zoom room, but fashion, not RFK, right? Or
JFK. Yeah. So
That's
this
okay.
new show on FX, it's called Love Story. It tells the story of the doomed romance between JFK Jr. and Caroline Bessette. And everyone is obsessed. I mean, the show is red hot on social media, but people are also obsessed with both of their fashion. She works for Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
She was kind of like the inspiration for Carrie Bradshaw in the 90s with the
Yeah,
hair
okay.
flips and the neutrals. And then, of course, he had a very unique sense of fashion where he would take, your kind of staples, but then throw his own twist onto them. And now
I
a
do
lot
like
of
it.
people are trying to do that too. Do you like it or not?
I do like it. I can see myself flat. I think I got some clothes in my closet that. So is it like a fedora look?
Yeah, I
Can you wear a fedora?
So more so like a pageboy hat, more so like the Kangol
Oh, yeah, I
hat.
got that too.
But
Yeah.
he would do that with like an Armani tuxedo at the same time, type of thing. So he would just
Oh, yeah,
do
I'm
all
down with
these
that.
little tweaks. I could see you pulling it off, Chad.
For everybody, Friday the Zoom room. We're gonna dress like that for Friday in the Zoom
I
room.
love
We got
that.
Chad, how was the show yesterday at Hunter Hounds or whatever it's
Oh
called?
yeah, so up the first and third Sundays at Hunter's Hound here in Friendship Heights to do an open mic, and we rocked it. Yeah, it was good. It
Love
was fun.
it.
All
Yeah.
right. Freddie's got his hat on. Freddie's got his Panama
Hey,
hat.
Freddie.
I do. Hi, Brittany and Chris.
Freddie.
Good to see you on the Ticket 2 earlier.
Yes.
Freddie, do you like this 90s fashion comeback, this JFK Jr. inspired fashion comeback?
Absolutely, I do. I like to see that 90s nostalgia come back, you
Yeah.
know? I really like to see that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Got
see
the
if,
hat,
I'm gonna
so-
see if I can rock it. I'm gonna break out the wallet chain. You guys will see it and know it's why I'm doing it. All right. Next up, let's talk about my other TV obsession. I am currently watching Love Story.
Yeah.
I'm also powering through Love Is Blind, as anyone who
Oh
knows
my
me
gosh,
knows.
yes.
Cast
Clock
member
it.
Brittany, though, made a wedding dress
course it's
confession
me.
in the most recent batch of episodes. Take a listen.
I do already have my own wedding dress. There's so much hype around this dress now. I feel like buying the dress before definitely jumped full force into this journey of believing that this is what I'm supposed to do. Now everything that I've always dreamed of is gonna happen. My gosh, I'm getting married. I will be a full-on bride.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my God. You look beautiful.
All right, so Brittany bought her wedding dress before she ever even met her fiance. Before she even went into the pods, she picked out her wedding dress. She said she did it because she was sure she was going to meet her future husband during filming. But some people on social media have accused her of husband shopping instead of just wedding dress shopping. Brittany, buying the wedding dress before you ever even meet the groom.
Well,
I
they're
don't know what
clapping
that
over.
round of applause
They're
is
clapping
for,
over
if you
there,
can
so I
hear
guess
that
they
in the
like it.
newsroom. We'll investigate that. Do you like this? I mean, it's not just her. There are other women who have done this before too.
I like it because I believe in the law of attraction, and that's just one way that she manifested who she believes is her husband. I fell asleep last night on episode 11.
Okay.
Which means that we're almost to the end, right? Where we're gonna see if she's gonna get if they're gonna say I do or not. So we don't know yet if it was all worth it, but it did bring her this far. I'm just saying. But her and her man are a weird couple, Chris. So that's what's throwing me off about the whole thing.
Devontae is fumbling. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I do like Brittany.
He's fumbling, crumbling.
Listen, they both have some red flags. She seems more into it than he is.
Yes.
He also seems a little bit like an introvert. She needs someone who's a little more outgoing.
Yeah.
She needs someone who's a little more affectionate.
Yeah.
I could
relate as a Brittany.
psychoanalyze this forever. Allison, the idea of buying the wedding dress before you ever even meet the person you're going to walk down the aisle wearing it with, do you like this or not?
No, I think that is setting yourself up for a wealth of mental health issues. Because for one, yes, it is. Because for one, she is going to literally, in her mind, I'm getting married soon.
Yeah.
I have this dress. Then it gives her more pressure on herself to hurry up and move into that. Then being a woman, you don't know if you're going to gain weight, if you're going to lose weight.
I was
you might have a
surprised by that
one-night
one.
Yeah, you could get pregnant and not. Yeah, anything could happen. Anything can happen. This is a horrible idea. Horrible.
This is a very. I'm
I
fascinated
like
to find out
the
this.
intention, but she is right. I was like, ooh, that dress is still fitting, and it was, yeah.
Listen, if I met someone and they were like, "Oh, I already have my wedding dress ready to go,"
That would scare you off.
you would definitely. I would think about it a little bit. It might be a little bit of a red flag. Chad, you're the other guy in the Zoom room right now. Let me know what you think.
So I don't understand this programming we have too. This desire to be married. I think it's going away, but I guess it's not based on this show. But they just want to be stars for their 15 minutes. But like, what's this obsession? Like, I don't like it. First of all, I don't like it. It seems weird and creepy to me. Some people had like I in high school. This is in '87. My girlfriend had a wedding box or a wedding chest of like the hopefuls. Like, does that make sense to you? Did you ever hear this? Like a wedding box, like you put it like something in there, like the things you want for your wedding. I don't.
I've never heard of that. I was thinking more of like stuff that was passed down to her that she's waiting.
Right.
A little bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah, like she had like a keepsakes, and then she had
That's cute.
Save the date card. No.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
That was weird. We were in high school. I was like 17. She had like a marriage box.
I'm
like,
not gonna. I've definitely heard of people who have their entire wedding planned out, everything they want, whether it's the music, whether they want a band or a DJ or where it's going to be, or all of these things before there is ever even a groom into the picture.
I'm not that psychotic, but I do have some things planned, Chris. I'm just saying. Girls got to think about these things.
I do find this slightly fascinating. I never once thought about how it would look before I met the person that I was going to marry.
That's real.
So,
you're also a man. Women, it's different on this side.
Let us know in the YouTube comment section. Let's talk Hollywood
Ladies, help me out.
remakes now. There are already roughly 15 to 20 adaptations of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, but another one is on the way. Netflix says the latest version will stream this fall. You're taking a look at the trailer for it, which dropped today. At least one person on social media, they are here for it. They wrote, quote, "A lot of people think this is unnecessary, but I think Jane Austen projects should be remade every 10 to 20 years to remind people that she was the blueprint for the modern romance novel." So, Brittany, remaking the classics once a generation or so. Do you like this idea or not?
Okay, I like it. We talked about this earlier, but I like it when it comes to this movie in particular and book, because I don't know if you remember, but Pride and Prejudice was a lot to keep up with in school, reading that big book back in the day. And so for that reason, it was kind of hard to follow. I like that they're going to make it into a more modern day version where people like us can kind of understand it in our world. But I don't think it needs 20 versions, Chris. You know what I mean? Every 10 years is a little overkill.
Forgive me, I don't think I've seen it, but was like the famous version one with like Keira Knightley and
Yes,
Matthew
yep,
McFadden?
exactly,
And I think
yeah.
that's the one a lot of people our age, millennials,
Yes.
maybe older Gen Z, younger Gen X, might associate. So the reason I like this is because I do think, and Marina
Gen
brought
Zers are
up
probably like, who's
Little
Keira Knightley?
Women earlier. Yeah, exactly. Marina brought up Little Women. There was the Timothy Chalamet version with Saoirse Ronan and, Bob Odenkirk of all people.
Right.
But I do like the idea of making a version for each generation to get people interested in it,
Yeah.
whether you are casting it differently or you're doing what Baz Luhrmann did with Romeo and Juliet and making it just Leonardo DiCaprio and, all of these people of the moment and doing it in a new way.
I agree with you.
Allison, how about you? Do you like the idea of doing these remakes over and over and over again, or do you think Hollywood just needs to come up with some new ideas?
Yeah, I wouldn't typically like it, but Chris, you actually made a good point. When you generationally change it over and over, it does get the younger people to actually get more engaged and more involved. So that would be a point to make it more, watchable, and to get younger people, to watch these things.
Yeah, Chad, do you agree? Are you a fan of these Hollywood remakes?
Yeah, I saw you at 2, and I initially scoffed at this, like come up with some original ideas like Marina. But then you made a good point. Like I agree with you. Like I would never. I saw A Star Is Born, but I saw the one with Lady Gaga, which made me interested in seeing one with who was in that one?
Chris
the
Christopherson
middle.
and
yeah, that one. Oh God.
Barbara Streisand.
I mean, that just shows you right there.
Right. And, yeah. See. But there was one before that. I don't think that's the original one. I think this is the third incarnation of A Star Is Born. So I actually really loved Star Is Born a lot. So I'm glad they made it.
Yeah.
So again, I initially scoffed, but I can see if it's a really good movie. Obviously, how many more Batmans and Spider-Mans do we need? We're done. But
I do agree with that, Chris.
I hate to break it to you, but we are never going to be done with our Batman and Spider-Man.
I actually like the latest Superman too. I actually enjoyed the latest.
Yeah,
Superman,
exactly.
So
And like I said,
I've already contradicted myself.
My 5-year-old nephew was super into it as well. But if we tried to make him watch like the 1977 version, it might be a little bit.
Yeah, he's running
harder,
out that theater.
Exactly. He wants more of the modern special effects and stuff like that. It could come across as boring to some people. I disagree.
I think the Pride and Prejudice is a good one to do this with.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe I'll finally see it.
Me too. I feel the same way. Because the book, I could barely
You know what I will see? I'll see Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That looks damn good, and I'm glad he's remaking that one. Let's go from the screen to the page now, because one mom is defending her controversial parenting hack when it comes to reading. She says she pays her kids to read, not just to read a book, but she pays them for each chapter that they read. $5 for every chapter, as a matter of fact. The couple says their method worked and their kids all enjoy reading now. So, Brittany, bribing kids to read books, do you like it or not?
Okay, I like this because in the post she said her kids are clearly motivated by money, and it reminds me of my parents. You so motivated by basketball or whatever, getting these books, right? Like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you read 5 chapters and you can go play for another 5 hours outside. So I like it. However, I just hope that she doesn't, overuse the situation. Now they're just reading literally for money.
Yeah.
But it seems like it worked in her favor.
If you stop getting paid for it, do you still want to do it?
Exactly.
I mean, that's kind of like, I'm not gonna do my job if I'm not getting paid for it. You know what I mean?
Smart kids right there.
Yeah. Allison, now I'm old enough to remember when I got bribed with personal pan pizzas to read books, and it worked. I read.
For me, it was Barbie dolls.
But that was the scholastic, book it.
Yes, I did that too, Chris. I was reading for pizza as well. But I don't think that this is the best idea for kids because, for one, you don't want to think, okay, well, do I get paid every time you do something? Just like when I see my grandkids, I usually take them something, but not all the time because I don't want them to think every time Jima comes to visit, she has something. It's like, that is not it. It's okay to motivate, but you also don't want them to feel entitled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chad, do you agree with that? The idea of paying kids per chapter. Do you like it or not?
Per chapter is crazy.
Obviously, they're in a position to do so. They have money. I don't know if that's. Well, they said it worked, so it worked for them.
And we also don't know how much. It could have
like
been $1 a chapter. Who knows?
$5.
Yeah.
Obviously, I could have used some motivation, girl. Because I'm not well read. I'm going to change it. I like Nate Bargatze's bit because the thing with books, like every page, there's just more words.
It's true.
We need like blank pages to take a break. It's like, oh, finally a blank page. Oh.
I feel the same.
But there are so many kids these days, and we talked about this story too, that aren't reading, and schools are actually having trouble getting. They're not even assigning full books to kids. They're assigning portions. And we talked about how there are literal college classes, film classes, that can't even get students to watch a whole movie.
Yeah.
They just make them watch certain scenes. So people's attention spans have been wrecked. And if you can get a kid to sit down and read a book cover to cover and it costs you a couple bucks, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
It's an accomplishment.
But on the other hand, if it instills a love of reading and then they go to the library and they take out a book because they're excited to read the next one and you don't have to pay them, best case scenario.
I agree. Or like you tell your kids the money's going towards their college fund and the reading is going to get them there. How about that?
Exactly. Well, Keep the comments coming on all the stories we have talked about so far. We'll check those on the other side of the break. Coming up next, the most popular household arguments. That just means the ones we're having the most often. Plus, the world's greatest cocktail, according to Esquire. We're going to talk about it on the other side of the break. We'll be right back.
Blue Moon. And I do like Blue Moon.
Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Monday night alongside Brittany Alexandra.
Yes.
We're going to check those YouTube comments. I know we have a few of them. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. West Virginia Ben. Too many of my childhood classics have been remade. It's usually not the same. We're as done with Batman as we are with X-Men. Well, I hate to break it to you. The X-Men are coming back, and it's going to be weird. Paying to read. Oh, please. We used to read for Pizza Hut. See?
Right?
West Virginia Ben remembers? Yeah,
Right.
It's a program, and I'm pretty sure they brought it back recently.
Oh,
It's been
that's
like
cool.
Years and years and years. All right. Appreciate everyone weighing in the comment section, including
Yes.
the ones that made no sense. Not sure where you're going with those ones, but, you know, we love a troll every now and then, too. Or
Shoot, I'll still read for Pizza Hut. Sign me up.
personal pan pizzas are
So
they're
good.
the best.
I know.
I mean, Pizza Hut really is not very good.
Chef's kiss.
A new poll revealing the biggest household arguments top on the list, leaving the lights on in an empty room. The thermostat wars, the TV volume, and the quote-unquote right way to load the dishwasher. This is an interesting one for me. It also turns out finishing the milk without saying anything and stuffing trash into an already full bin count as major offenses. When it comes to chores, more women say their partner not pulling their weight. Brittany, fighting over the lights, the thermostat, the TV volume.
All valid.
Yeah?
All valid. Except the finishing the milk one is weird to me. I don't know about you, but I don't care if you finish the milk because, I don't know, a lot of people aren't in that milk wave anymore anyways.
Fair, but I think it's more like, okay, let's pretend that you're a coffee
Okay,
drinker.
orange
and it's
juice or
half and
something.
half.
Yeah.
You go to reach for it the next morning and you need it.
And it's a drop
not
left.
there,
Okay, that
or
is annoying.
There's a whole carton in there and there's only that much.
Yeah,
So I
and
can
as a female, if you're not taking out the trash and you're a man, like that's a problem for me. So that is an argument for sure. Okay, here's a question for you. What's your thermostat set to? Because that is an argument for a lot of couples.
Honestly, I'm the one in the household who likes it warmer.
Oh.
So generally, I'm the one following her around, turning it up. But our house is not
Silently, not even telling her.
So we would be on the same page if our house was better insulated.
Yeah.
But like, it's constantly freezing.
Yes.
Constantly freezing.
And as a female, I can relate to wifey. I mean, we go through a lot.
I also know what would cause the biggest fights in our house, and if that would be if I ate like the last of something in the house, which I recently did. And my wife went to look for those last two pieces,
and it was gone.
Truffles, and they
How
were
could
gone.
you?
Oh man, I'm gonna pay the price for that one. Allison, do these hit home? Do these seem like the biggest household arguments? Any one in particular?
I can see how they are. In my house, not at all. I just have a teenage son and a grown daughter, and everybody
so
does
it's your
everything
rules.
they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yes. But everybody respects it. Like everyone respects everything. But I will. The thermostat thing hit me hard because on my birthday one year, my best friend and I, we are both Aries, so we were celebrating our birthday at a spa together, and we were going back and forth with the thermostat because she likes to be cold. I like to be hot, but yet I was having hot flashes. So we would turn on air, heat, like every hour. Neither one of us got any sleep. I will never spend the night with her again. I love her, but I just won't. I will never forget about it. It was the worst birthday night that I've ever.
Oh no!
Waking up in sweats.
Yeah, exactly. That's a rough go of it, and I'll be honest with you, I understand entirely.
Yeah,
I like it cool while I sleep.
Yeah, that's like me and my sister.
Yeah.
It's still a thing if we
But
vacation
then I
together.
also need to be able to get out of the covers without like freezing.
Thank you. I'm
So
the
there's like
same
a
way.
fine line
They say it's healthier
there.
to sleep with it colder, so
Yeah,
just throwing
I
it out
agree with
there.
that. A New York City love story over before it even began. A man shared on X that he dodged a bullet after a woman texted that she'd have to leave their date by 9:30 p.m. to attend a friend's birthday party. You see the text exchange there. Some said this is a red flag, saying she was putting a time limit on the date. Others fired back that it was totally acceptable because he was not entitled to her entire night. So, Brittany, time limits on dates. Are you team him or are you team her?
I'm team him. This is a major
shocked by
red
that.
flag. Really?
Yeah.
I just think it is okay. So if she had let him know, like when they first planned the date, that this was happening, makes sense. But to text him an hour before the date and say, I've got to be out at a certain time, like what? He took out time. Like imagine if it was the other way around, sis. I'm just saying, I'd be mad if a man told me he only got an hour with me and I, planned my night to be with him. What if the date goes really well? You want to be able to vibe. So
leave them wanting
if there was
more.
the red balloon, like I said earlier, I would pop that red balloon. You know the show about the red flags with the balloon?
Interesting. Chad, do you agree with this? Do you think giving yourself an out at a certain time is a fair approach to the first date?
So rude.
That's definitely an out, right? That's definitely an out. I wouldn't like it. I like when like certain things have time. I went to a brunch yesterday and it was like 11 to 2, and at 2 o'clock everybody left. I love that. But no, it's like because like I like a little spontaneity, right? If you like have dinner leads to drinks, and drinks lead to a show, and a show leads to like
the after party, right?
Yeah, so like that all could happen. Like, but if you have a time limit, none of that can happen in your mind. I'd be off put by it.
But at the same time, isn't that where then you let them know how much you're enjoying the date by being like, oh, I'm gonna blow off my friends because I'm having such a good time on this. Whether it's a real thing or not, you use it as an excuse. If it sucks, the date is awful, you're like, sorry, I have this hard out.
And
if
this is
things are
common
going
for
well,
girls.
I gotta call my friend and be like, no, I'll catch up with you guys later. Allison.
Yeah, I guess I could use that as motivation. Like in the back of my head, like if she got 9:30, I'm gonna make her cancel these plans. She's gonna have so much fun that she's gonna cancel it.
She's gonna
Oh
wanna
wait,
stay.
wait, what? Wait, you.
Going on a date with.
This is hypothetical, honey.
I love it.
Hypothetical. Allison, do you agree with Brittany? Do you think this was a red flag?
No, you know what? I would actually appreciate this because I'm an over planner. Like I'm literally planning things in my mind when I'm in the moment of doing something. So I would be like, okay, if someone did that to me, I would say, okay, well at 9 o'clock, I know I'm leaving. So afterward I can do this. Now I have extra time for that. So I would love it. Like sometimes I'll be like, if I'm going out with someone, I like to know like what the next step is without asking every 5 minutes and sounding annoying. So yeah, let me know if something's gonna be cut off early. I
Allison's
appreciate
type A, big A.
Right.
At least you know yourself, sis.
I'm surprised by this, but I love being wrong. Next up, we're talking about the world's greatest cocktail. According to Esquire, it's the Long Island iced tea. Talk about a blast from the past. Why? The magazine says the drink is, quote, 0 to 60 in a single sip. Why spend the money on 5 drinks when one will do? They went on to say you don't need a $36 artisanal craft cocktail. The Long Island is the magic potion you need. Brittany, the Long Island iced tea.
It is 0 to 100 for sure. All that sugar in there will take you there too. I'm actually not surprised by this. Somebody that works in hospitality, a lot of people do order the Long Island iced tea. I said margarita for me. That's my favorite cocktail. Love me something, anything with tequila in it.
Chad, my fellow booze hound, the Long Island iced tea. You like it or not?
Yep. That used to be my go-to when I was like 21, but yeah, I like it. I don't dislike it.
Like the blue motorcycle.
But that was exactly the comment section. They all wrote the same thing on this Esquire article. Freddie, the Long Island iced tea. Do you like it or not?
I've never heard of that drink, but I can tell I just
Steer
don't
clear,
like.
Freddie. Steer
Yeah.
clear.
Freddie,
Allison,
don't set yourself up.
Allison, do you like it or not?
I love it, but this is why I drink at home, because half of a Long Island iced tea will
Smart.
have me unconscious in 15 minutes.
Unconscious
Yeah, I
is
believe
crazy.
It's a great drink.
100%.
That's a good bartender right
Here's
there.
the other thing I will just say, and speaking to the bartenders, don't they hate when you order this? Isn't it?
Yes.
You need like 5 different liquors. You need.
Yeah.
And people usually end up pretty rowdy because they ain't having.
Right.
Brittany, where can it? Sorry.
We
Our
clearly
lawyer.
feel some type of way about
We
these
got 10 seconds
cocktails.
left. If people want to follow you, where
At
can they do it?
b.on.top on Instagram. Such a fun day with you, Chris.
Thank you
Great
so
stories.
Much. Fox 5 News at 8 is coming
Bye.
up next. Have a good night.
That was awesome.
Love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. I'll be back Monday.